we fall just fuels the fight inside. When the current pulls, we won't let go. Wave riders rise when the waters overflow. Through the storm we'll find our way. Lunar light will guide the day. Even when the walls all cave, we stand strong, we ride the wave. We are the wave riders, crashing through the fire. On lunar beaches we'll be safe. Ride the wave, ride the wave. We are the survivors, never sinking higher. In the chaos we'll remain. Ride the waves, ride the waves. Ride the waves. Every scar is proof we're alive. Carved by the ocean, sharpened by time. We don't break, we bend. We burn. But the tide still turns. The tide still turns. Through the storm we'll find our way. Lunar light will guide the day. Even when the walls all cave, we stand strong, we ride the wave. We are the wave riders, crashing through the fire. On lunar beaches we'll be safe. Ride the waves, ride the waves. We are the survivors, never sinking higher. In the chaos we'll remain. Ride the waves, ride the waves. Waves, waves. Ride the waves, proud through the storm. We won't drown. Wave riders, stronger each time. Wow, ride the wave. We are the wave riders, crashing through the fire. On lunar beaches we'll be safe. Ride the waves, ride the waves. We are the survivors, never sinking higher. In the chaos we'll remain. Ride the waves, ride the waves. Waves, waves. Waves, waves. Ride the waves, ride the waves. Ride the waves.
Ride the waves. Do we got some waves going on, man? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Lunar Beaches Crypto, where we ride the waves of the crypto market all the way to hell. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you aren't freaking out or anything like that. There's not too much to freak out about. There's a lot to freak out about. Actually, we don't freak out. We don't freak out. Be prepared, not scared. We're not freaking out. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. We're going to be okay. We're going to live. We're going to live to stack another day. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. Hopefully the song didn't scare you off. It might have scared off a couple of people, but that's okay. I'll always be a bit of a for a two-step. Oh, a good two-step? Got to get that two-step in, man. I know. I see you. I see you. Maybe a Band-Aid. Old school hardcore, or old school hardcore kid, right in front of you. Right in front of you. I used to do all that dancing stuff. You know, swatting at flies, throwing the fist. I used to do all that stuff and doing the two steps. Those are some good times, man. Best shape I was ever in my life. Because I was hardcore dancing and two-stepping every freaking weekend for like several years. I mean, like legit, there were, I swear there was like a 3 or 4 year span where I was doing that almost every weekend. I was going to some kind of show at a local dive bar, you know. See You Next Tuesday would come into town. I actually played a show with See You Next Tuesday once. Um, that's their actual name, See You Next Tuesday. And yeah, it was good times, man. It was good times. Kind of miss those days. I just kind of miss those days. It was pretty excellent. Anyways, let's go ahead and say good evening to the chat. What's going on, everybody? Good evening, Alexandra G, Mod Boss, Mod Queen, Mod God. Thank you for pinning that Discord link in the chat. I do appreciate you so much for doing that every single night for me and the Wave Riders, because you don't just do it for me, you do it for the Wave Riders as well. And I greatly appreciate that. Thank you, Alexander G, for everything that you do for me and the community. Thank you. Mike Volmer, Mod King. Good evening. How you doing, bro? Thank you for being here. Mike Volmer, Jesse Gluck. Jesse Glock. What's going on, Jesse? How you doing, bro? Thank you for being here. Melissa, One Love, LBC OG in the house. What's going on, Melissa? Hope you're doing well this evening. Good evening. Good evening, Harp. Thank you for being here. Maybe a Band-Aid. I'm sorry I busted your eardrums with that. My bad. It's okay. We live on to headbang another day. If you're a headbanger at all, you've probably already blown your eardrums. What's going on, Kelly? Thank you for being here. Good evening, the Califant. We still got the ats on the usernames. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. Is that BC Porcorp in the chat? What's going on, BC? How you doing, bro? Thank you for showing up. And at least smashing that like button. What are you doing awake, sir? What are you doing awake? Go to sleep. You don't have to watch me. I mean, you probably won't make it the full stream if I know you. JB Hulk Smash. What's going on, bro? I fear nothing. Sell me all your coins. There you go. There you go. Maybe that's the one. Who knows? I see people saying good evening to Piper, but I don't see the Piper, so I need to turn it on live chat. There he is. Gonna do the two-step. There you go. Oh. I know it's a rap song or like like one of those dance songs. Yeah. I do the two-step. Something like that. Mosh Pit Vibes. What's up? What's up? What's going on? Good evening, Piper. Thank you for being here this evening and smashing up that like button. You better have. I'll smash up your likes, sir. Retro Mike Tech in the house. What's going on? RMT. Everybody popping in. What's going on? All set in the house. What's up, fam? How you doing? Thank you for being here. Just got out of the movie Truth and Treason. It was about Germany in the 1940s. Don't tell me what it was about. Tell me what you rate it and what it's about. All right. Bitcoin dropped below $100,000 today, but it is now sitting at 101,750 and trying to climb out of the hole. Oh, I forgot Billy Goattails tonight. Dang. Sorry, man. That's my life. This is way too dang busy. All right. Way too dang busy with after work stuff. Got the dryer fixed. I don't know if I told you guys that. I got the dryer fixed. And then I went to start it up, and it took me about Piper. I looked at that button and said, yeah, I'd smash that. That's funny. Anyways, fixed the dryer, did a load of clothes, and it took me about 3 times for that one load to dry. So next, the only thing left was the vent. So I think the hose that connects the vent through the wall to the dryer, I think it was a little too long, and I think it got a little twisted up, and was just too many twists and turns for the lint. So I think that's what caused the issue, and it seems to be working now. So yay. Seems to be working out, and it's quiet. And it makes me so happy because my wife is like, "Can you start the dryer?" And I'll be like, "I did." You can't even hear it. It's amazing. All right, guys. So, all right, let's go to the daily chart because I want to show you guys this. So, the 52-week SMA is sitting at $102,204.75. Okay. Bitcoin got its first close below the 52-week SMA on the daily chart this bull run. The first time this bull run since it broke above here back in March of 2023, it has not closed below the 52-week SMA. It tried to here, but it used it as support. And then pushed higher. And now we got our first close below it. Because this thing is just going to keep climbing up. It's not going to round off quickly. Would round off something like this. So that's definitely going to be a candle body. That's definitely a daily close below the 52-week SMA. The good news, let's go to prior bull run. Well, I don't know that there is good news here. The good news is when we got our first daily candle close below the 52-week SMA, we still had another higher high to put in. I don't know if that's good news or if that's hopium. Probably a little bit of both. So right now it's just, I mean, honestly, Bitcoin is driven by liquidity. So if there's no liquidity in the market, how's it going to go to the upside? And what do I mean by no liquidity in the market? I mean, banks are literally getting money from the Fed and the repos, which does not mean new liquidity. In fact, it's the exact opposite. Piper explained it this morning. Go and watch the Piper Academy morning market report from this morning to get a deep dive into all of that and a probably far better explanation than I can give you at the moment. But just know that it's the opposite of liquidity, okay? So we don't need the reverse repo. We need increasing the balance sheet. Increasing reserves. That's what we need. And we don't have that right now. How does Bitcoin go higher without that? Well, there's really, can only think of one other way. And that's that people that have already taken profits or OG whales that took profits at these highs, but maybe they're buying lower. People that took profits in the stock market on Nvidia or whatever, they start putting some money into Bitcoin. I mean, that's pretty much, I don't know what else. People get out of their stable coins and throw that back into Bitcoin. USDT dominance getting a pump today. And it's just continuing to see that grind to the upside. I don't know why I've got these ugly things on here, but they can go away now. This is also weird and pointless. Okay. Just get rid of this. Sometimes I don't know why. Yeah, it's because I do like just a bunch of random stuff during my live streams and then I don't get rid of the stuff and then I come back to it the next day and I'm like, what the heck was I even going over right here? Bingo, repo that money, don't repo my car. Yeah, that's true. I have the cutest little fluffy angel sleeping next to me right now. I want to be as peaceful as she is. That'd be nice. Yeah, I didn't see a vent clog. I don't think the vent was clogged. I think it was just a little twisted and turned, and for some reason I just can't think of the word. It wasn't good. That's all I know. Okay, back to Bitcoin. So I was looking at the chart, and I was on the 1 hour, and I saw this little tweezer bottom here, and I was like, wait a minute. Not really, maybe not really tweezer bottom, but this little double bottom in here, and I was like, I think I've seen that before. Sure enough, I found the fractal. If you want to know where I got the fractal from, it's actually from the daily chart, I believe. Yep. And it was this double bottom here to where we saw the big push to the upside. So, but this is on a smaller time frame, so the push to the upside, if we match from that last high to that last low, this is all you get. $119,400 some dollars. Pull a fib on it. Let's see, does that line up with anything? Not quite. Does break through the golden pocket and is a back test. Now, if we look back at the other one, yeah, you get a correction here and you get another high put in. So, but fractals are just fun. They're not an exact science by any stretch of the imagination. But did find it interesting. It's also interesting that it reacts to the 0.236, break above the 382 and kind of hangs out there, then breaks up to the 618 and sees resistance, then breaks through that. It's kind of funny, but yeah, just coincidence. Probably. Yeah, we don't deserve them puppies. We don't deserve them puppies. Heading to bed. I'll see y'all bright and early. Later. BC Port Corp. Blackie Chan. Thank you for showing up. I do appreciate you, bro. All right, let's see. Low to high. Let's see what we've gotten down to here. We did not get down to the 1.618. Now, remember that thing that I was thinking about trying to find, an edge on? I don't know. We've already surpassed the 1.618 on that. That's that first low, then the high after a top comes in. But if we go from the start of the correction, let's see, if we go to the second low and high, we actually broke through the 1.618. So that's not it. So the edge is not there. We can probably rule that out now. Now, what is that? 95K. Let's see. Let's switch this let's invert the scale here, okay? And let's zoom out a little bit. Now, if you ever want to check your bias, this is how you do it, okay? Invert the chart. Invert the chart. What does it look like inverted? Does it look bullish or bearish? All I know is I see a bunch of highs that look tasty, which means bearish. So now what we could see is something like this, and then we get something like this, and we get the inverse head and shoulders, and then we push up like this. Okay? Push up like that. High to low, get that measured move breakout right there. And that would come in at about $43,000. And that would actually take us all the way back to the range that we found ourselves in as soon as the ETFs launched. So it's going right back to where we were when the ETFs launched. Could it happen? Absolutely. Anything's possible. From the top to that 43K-ish, you're looking at about a 65.8% drawdown. Normal Bitcoin drawdown is about 70K or 70%, 70 to 80%. During bear markets, is it possible? I mean, yeah, we do have the ETFs, so that might help us not go as slow. And I do think that this area would be a pretty big area to fall through. I don't know that we fall through this zone. It just doesn't seem such a long period of consolidation. Doesn't mean we can't, obviously. And it really depends on it really depends on if Michael Saylor gets margin called or not. Okay. If Michael Saylor gets margin called, we might be coming down to 30K. Okay. But let's not talk about that. Okay. Let's not talk about 30K. Just saying, it's possible. So let's go from the low to the high here. 50% retracement of the entire bull run brings us down to about $71,258. That would bring us coming down. That would have us coming down and sweeping this low and getting us down into that, on top of that demand zone. This is also these highs. And that's definitely somewhere where we would like to see some support. Maybe something like this. We'll see. Or it could just meander along all the way down until October. And then we get moving again. Why October? That's exactly 1 year from the high. It's possible. Pew, 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 pew. Love it, LBC. Fits the annual VWAP idea to $79,122. Yeah. Annual VWAP. Let's start from the low and just see where VWAP is. Let's get rid of all the bands. Just have the VWAP, as some like to call it. Put it in white. White. Go from the low. There you go. We got a couple of bounces and haven't been back to it since. It's currently sitting at $56,791. That is the volume weighted average price since the bear market low. Some would say Bitcoin's real value is $56,791. Now, if we go from ETF launch, we sit at about $79,442. It's possible. And that can get brought up as we steadily approach it. Maybe do a little bit more dumping and then get some consolidation, then come down, touch that VWAP, that ETF VWAP, and then get a bounce and then go. But you're talking about in early January or February high. I don't know. It would be very unusual. Very, very unusual. All right, now let's do some more short-term stuff. Let's take a look. Let's go down to the 4-hour. And let's see. Let's put this at the high. From the all-time high, we are well below VWAP, which currently, let's just turn this off. Let's get rid of this. Just do this. Okay. So yeah, and that's pointing down pretty hard here. So the volume weighted average price has been moving to the downside ever since the all-time high, ever since the start of this correction. I mean, it's down and to the right, although a little bit more level, but it's down and to the right nonetheless. Since this low, come on, hello, thank you. Since this low, look, this is actually another double bottom low. Oh, that's the one. That's the one I looked at. Never mind. Okay, so we've gotten below that VWAP. This is no bueno. Where's... Okay, so if we take a fixed range volume profile of the range, you can see that 96,260 is the point of control. We do have the value area low sitting here at $92,418. So you lose that point of control. Actually, if you lose that point of control, you might be coming down here to this volume node that sits at $84,650. Very possible. Now let's go ahead and just take this range here. Although you got to get through all of this to get to it. Let's eliminate this correction over here. Let's just do let's just do this. There we go. Point of control 96, 433. It's pretty much the exact same. 90. Pretty much the exact same. So nothing learned on that. Now just this 96, 92. Okay. So that 96 is definitely one that we want to hold up here, I think. Probably need to hold up that 96K. 96 to 96 1 something 272. We come down and sweep that low. We've lost the VWAP since this low. It's not exactly the best thing in the world. From this low, it sits at $89,976. The key is to just mark off your lows, mark off your highs. Oh, look at that one. That high, we bottomed out right on top of that. Then we found some support on this low VWAP, and then we lost that support. Now we have this VWAP down here, just awaiting. From this high here, look at that bottom out right there. These are excellent levels. Why? Because they're based off of volume. Volume is king in this B word. So there you go. There's your volume. Looks like we're trying to potentially just fill some imbalances in here. So we'll see if we can get a bounce, but we'll be looking at this lower level here, at this previous support, and see if we turn that into resistance sitting here at $106,165. If we come up here and we reject, expect to come down at least to the point of control. We lose that point of control and we slide down to 83, 84K. And essentially, it's order block. That order block right there. From there, I don't know. We'll just have to see. You know, we take it day by day. We have to pay attention to the macro news, to everything that's going on. We have to pay attention to liquidity, see what's happening there. And then we go pumping like crazy in 2026, maybe. Who knows? Or we drag out until October 2026. I don't know that that's going to happen, but it's a potential deal there. Bingo and a bango, T.I. Joe. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up, showing out. If equities get a 10 to 15% pullback, this is going to hurt. Yep, pretty much. That would definitely hurt. crypto, especially for the Bitcoin and altcoins. Now this is getting a little bit scary. We're coming up in here on the S&P 500 and filling some CME gaps in here. Let's go ahead and bring up the Chart Prime Oscillator Pro Plus. I'm on the 6 hour. Let's get off this weird time frame. Let's put it on the daily. Just see how the daily is looking. I think we should be money flow in the green on the daily, if it'll load. Yeah, I mean it's pretty steady. Maybe losing a little bit of money flow momentum, but we are just getting a little bit of a pullback. Maybe we get our indicators to do a little bit of a reset towards the 0 line, and then get a pop off. Now we already have the true 7 at the 0 line, and the volume matrix is starting to turn green again. Now we did have a little green phase here that did ultimately lead to a little bit of a dump ski there on October 10th. Imagine that. But you know, if we can start getting some trade deal news, if we can start getting some, if the government could reopen, we could start maybe seeing some money flowing around. But we kind of need new money. We either need new money or we need retail to get some money somehow. Maybe sell some stocks or something and put it in the crypto. October 6th, 2026 market. I already have it marked on my calendar, retro. Do you know why? I already have it marked on my calendar. I will never forget now. I will never forget. Because the all-time high for this cycle came in on RMT's birthday. And I will never forget that is your birthday because of that. We need bucks. Hot tamale, what's going on? Thank you for being here. Yeah, we do need some Trump bucks, huh? Hey, Trump, you know, people would kind of like it if you would just print some checks. Just slap your name on them, you know. They'll thank you. They'll thank you. For all the wrong reasons, but they'll thank you. I just think it's funny. It's like, I want to put my money into something that appreciates in value over that something. But then I need more money, which I need more dollar printing so that so my asset can increase in even more value. But that would also in turn cause inflation, which would make things more expensive. So it's kind of counterproductive. I don't know. That's why you got to be moving that money around, really. So nothing real troubling. No bearish divergences here, at least on the daily chart. On the 4 hour, yeah, money flow's been in the red, kind of just hugging that 0 line. The true 7's in the red. The trend fusion's below the 0 line. Let's see if these can get a flip back to the upside. I'm not entirely sure what would cause that for the S&P 500. Probably a trade deal or something. What about the Dow Jones? I haven't looked at the Dow Jones in quite some time. For some reason. Actually not looking too bad. It's kind of I was trying to think of what I would make this. We got a Brontosaurus pattern. I don't know. That's ugly. I messed this part up. The Brontosaurus pattern, or This one's for my son. Kind of messed that one up too. That's okay. The almighty T-Rex. Blah. There we go. So we've got the T-Rex pattern. Should probably maybe do that. There we go. Now it looks better. So we've got the T-Rex pattern. But the problem with the T-Rex pattern is what? Dinosaurs went extinct. And there's a flaming ball of dried up liquidity heading towards the T-Rex and the dinosaurs. And it's going to plow into them. And they're going to fall over and die just like Price. So there you go. Yeah, I've had a little bit of experience of drawing T-Rexes because my son likes T-Rexes and he wanted me to draw T-Rex, so I started to figure out a way to draw a very simple but quick version. Because so what he would do is he have one of those like magnetic stencil thing. I forget what they're called, but you can like draw and it creates a thing, and then you slide the thing over and it goes away. He would be like, Dad, draw a T-Rex. And I'll be like, all right, draw a T-Rex. I'd be like, oh yeah, how you like that? He's like, cool. Erase. Dad, draw a T-Rex. I just did. Okay, I'll draw another one. All right, look at that, T-Rex. Oh yeah. Erase. Dad, draw a T-Rex. But I just Okay, I'll do it. Kids, gotta love them. So annoying sometimes, but fun. Still fun. Nothing keeps you young like having kids. So yeah, I can draw a pretty decent T-Rex now. A cartoonish T-Rex, that is. The NQs. Ooh, we got a little bit of a pullback. Okay, so we back tested the breakout. All right. Daily candle closed. Daily candle closed above. Okay, that's good. That's good. All right. Came down into this bar gap here, or body gap. I don't know what else to call it. Actually, just touched the bottom there. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's good. We got okay, this was the daily candle. Daily candle closed, and we came down, swept the all-time high to start the day today. We're back above. Got a nice double bottom in here, just like Bitcoin. This looks like it could be a little bullish here. If it can, it's got some ground to make up because it needs to take out this high at 25. Number 25,893. Get above that, and then we can start talking about maybe being bullish again. Because if the NQ's doing well, then Bitcoin's typically doing well. Typically. The stock market, though, your NASDAQ, tends to lag Bitcoin. So what do I mean by that? Let's see. No Bitcoin? Okay. In certain aspects, typically the tops lag, but typically Bitcoin has to wait for the historically Bitcoin has had to wait for the stock market to break out into new all-time highs before it can break out into new all-time highs. After, a cycle bear market. AMD moon tomorrow, who knows? Maybe. Okay, so there's Bitcoin. And it put that big push in there and then started going down. But generally, I mean, need to put Bitcoin on log. There we go. You can just see, look how close they're tied to each other. Pretty close. I mean, this doesn't look like it's pretty on par, but look. Up and to the right. Just a little more parabolic, that's all. Up and to the right. What happened? Bitcoin came down first. Then you got the NASDAQ coming down. Then you have them both bottom at the exact same time, essentially. Both get a run up, Now, NASDAQ put in a new all-time high, but Bitcoin did not. But they both get the nice COVID crash. And then you see they both run up to the upside. Come down. Actually, Bitcoin comes down first. Twice. Comes up once. Twice. They top at the same time. And then I moved down. Now, Bitcoin had a very big pullback before, as the NASDAQ was just continuing to push to the upside. But this is where you get SMT divergence between the two assets, where one is showing more weakness, whereas the other one's showing more strength. Two highly correlated assets, that is. Once you get that SMT divergence, it's pretty much lights out. It's not going to be a hard divergence, though. They're both going up and to the right, technically. But this is obviously way steeper than the one up there. Anyways, they both bottom right around the same time. Within a couple of weeks of each other, it looks like. Bitcoin bottoms here on October 13th. Then November 22nd or so was when the NASDAQ bottom. And then they travel with each other to the upside. You get that push, strong push up here. You get that consolidation, push up, consolidation. Bitcoin pushes first. Which one breaks a new all-time high first, though? The NASDAQ. NASDAQ breaks new all-time high here. Bitcoin then breaks its new all-time high here. Bitcoin tops before. Oh, look, we got a bottom here. Bottom here. Now this actually, I believe, comes down a little. What, is it this one that comes down lower? No, it's this one. This one comes down lower here. And you actually get a, maybe not. Maybe you don't get a, you do get a SMT divergence kind of here, which is bullish SMT divergence. Push, yada, yada, yada. You get the idea. Pretty highly correlated. RS Miller, what's going on, bro? Thank you for being here. I bought ICP last night, and it's the only I have in green tonight. Really? Wow. AMD? Nah, everything moon tomorrow. Think bigger. Everything? Why tomorrow? What's special about tomorrow? Is it because of the, what is there? We have a waxing gibberish. Waxing gibbous. Gibbous. Visible for most of the night. Beaver moon. It's the beaver moon. Next phase is full moon, which will occur in 1 day. So tomorrow is a full moon. Oh, okay. Beaver moon. Yep. Scar Jessica, I can't touch the stock market because I'm addicted to losing money in options. Yeah. Can't do that. Cannot do that. All right. Yeah, it seems like this is when it's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to bounce or fall to Hades. Moon phases. Full moon today. Full moon. Last time we got a full moon was over here, and then we got the massive dump. Okay, so that's exciting. Then we got this full moon. We got a very tiny push to the upside. We got this full moon, very tiny push to the upside, then a big drop. Full moon, big or tiny push to the upside. Full moon, downside. Full moon, upside. What about it? Full moon at lows? Full moon, big upside. Full moon at a low, big upside. What about these bottoms? So full moon, full moon, full moon. Doesn't really work. I don't know, man. Full moon down here. Massive move to the upside. Another full moon here. Massive move to the upside. Push, 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 push. Flat. Seems it's a bit hit or miss. I don't know. I don't know about this whole moon phase thing. But you know what? If it hits over 50% of the time, then it works every time. Full moon with WED reversal. Fed reversal. Christian Bale and Ryan Reynolds, I don't think they've ever made a bad movie. Maybe not. I still need to watch The Big Short. You haven't seen The Big Short? Bro, lasers. You do. You need to watch The Big Short. It's a good movie. Double bottom, guys. It's looking good. Well, what about ETH? Did we get down to our measured move target? I don't believe so. Measured move target was, I believe, 20. Yeah, it's this yellow line down here, 28.50 from the breakdown. Okay, did not get down there. Now, I've shown you guys this a lot of times. The conservative play is to go from the last high. And sure enough, measured move played out. So, could that be it for Ethereum? Maybe. We've got work to do. Okay, across the board, we've got work to do. Now, if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where you've got whoopsies, where you've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this is to maintain, if this is going to be a 5-wave structure, it is good that we did not come down into the territory of wave 1, that we did not tap this high. Okay, we want to stay above that high. You fall below that high, and this turns into an ABC correction that likely turns into another ABC correction. So, we got the dumpski. Now we just need to hold the line and start taking out highs and putting in higher lows and putting in higher highs. That's what we need to do. Until then, we are still cautious. I'm not calling bear market yet, but I will say continue to be cautious. And yeah, that's basically it. And maybe don't touch alts. I don't know. Anything going crazy? Nothing's going crazy. Ave's up 5%. Wow, what a dump. Actually, what we need to do... Is that an Adam and Steve pattern? What we need to do is go to total 2. Although Ethereum makes up a lot of this. Total 3. Just haven't looked at this one in a while. ABC correction. Outlier wick. We don't count those. Boom, boom, boom. ABC. Could be over. Could be clean. Go from the high. To the low. Hit the measured move on that. If you go from the breakout, it's still got a little bit more to go. So just from a chart perspective, things don't look too terrible. I mean, we're on the weak side, really. We're still on the weak side of things. It's the macro stuff that's really not looking too hot. Why does the total DeFi cap look like the link chart? Kind of looks like the link chart, I think. Yep. Pretty much. How many cryptos look like this right now? Does AVAX look like this? Are people still buying AVAX? Is TradeFly still buying AVAX? I haven't heard from TradeFly in a while. Hope he's doing well. I'm sure he is. Kind of the same structure. Oh, thank you, fuck my green. You're kicking my butt with Aster for months. Who? What? Aster only looks good because CZ bought more. Nobody else. I don't even know. What even is Aster anyway? This just kind of like popped up on the scene. Not really sure what it even is or what it does. Research time? Oh, crap. We only got 5 minutes. Asterio. Something to do with BNB. I know that much. NFA, not financial advice. I think he mentioned this morning. What? Yes. TradeFly is buying AVAX. Of course he is. I knew it. I know he likes AVAX a lot. Don't know why, because I don't know much about AVAX. Don't it have something to do with gaming? Not sure. Why is Aster's price up today? Why do I care about that? What could affect Aster's future? Let's see, it's on Binance, Bybit, Gate.io, and BingX. That's it? I can't even buy it? What kind of BS is this? Probably have to get it, swap it on DeFi or something. Wait, can I trade it? Could probably leverage trade it, right? Let's see. Let's go check out our good old exchange, BitTunix. Check out BitTunix. Get 10% off with the referral code down below. and all that stuff. Or don't use it. I really don't care. Aster USDT. Oh, yeah, I can buy it. Okay. Oh, that's a perp spot. Okay, yep. Can buy it on spot. Okay. Wow, nice little pump. Okay. Oh, all these just... Oh, it's on DeFi. Okay, that makes sense. BitGet, OKX, KuCoin, and MEXC. Let's see. News yield token unlocks holders about. All right, Aster is a next generation. Remember, companies or crypto projects pay CoinMarketCap to put their summaries up. They write their own summaries, and CoinMarketCap uses them, to my understanding. Aster is a next generation decentral. Wait, didn't Binance buy CoinMarketCap? I think that's the thing. Can never have enough BTC. Yeah, I'll just keep buying. Watch ETH. Once ETH goes, all others will follow. True. Aster is a next generation decentralized exchange offering both perpetual and spot trading. It's an exchange token designed as a one-stop on-chain venue for global crypto traders. It features MEV-free, one-click execution in simple mode. Pro mode adds 24/7 stock perpetuals, hidden orders, and grid trading. Available across BNB chain, Ethereum, Solana, Arbitrum. Its unique edge lies in the ability to offer liquid staking tokens or yield-generating stablecoins as collateral, unlocking unparalleled capital efficiency. Powered by Aster Chain, a high-performance and privacy-focused Layer 1, and backed by YZI Labs, Aster is building the future of DeFi, fast, flexible, and community first. At the heart of this ecosystem is the Aster token, a core asset that decentralizes governance, drives growth, rewards participation, and supports long-term sustainability. Market cap 2.1 billion, volume 1.69 billion on the 24-hour. Sheesh. Fair diluted value 8.34 billion. Interesting. Total supply 88. No, I'm kidding. 8 billion Aster. Kind of looks like 88. Max supply. Oh, so it has a max supply of 8 billion. Anything that's got a cap is going to be something that I kind of like. Website. CF looks like a scary guy. CF? Crypto face? Crypto finance? Crypto face? Wait, who is Crypt CF? CF has been going off on CZ like no other. It's hilarious. Yeah, he does that a lot. He does that a lot. All right, so decentralized perpetual contracts trade. Man, the trading stocks thing is interesting to me. Perpetual stocks. I mean, I imagine it's like a BTCC where you can trade tokenized stocks. You can go down at any time. Oh, okay, that's an interesting website. Invisible orders, visible advantage. What does that mean, invisible orders? That means that whales also can have invisible orders. Hello? No? Hidden orders let you place limit orders that stay fully hidden from the public order book. Size and direction are not shown. Completely? Stay fully hidden? Okay. Hidden order. Reduce only. TPSL. Stocks meet crypto on chain, not Wall Street. Trade U.S. stock with up to 100x leverage, fully settled in crypto, no bridging required. Interesting. He's hilarious. Def entertaining. Yes. Why Aster? Cross-chain trading. No bridging or no switching. Just pick a chain and place a trade. Interesting. Unmatched liquidity. Well, we know they have liquidity because they did this. Oh. Confidence in every trade. Trade now. Let's take a look here. Looks like every other order book. Every other trading exchange. Connect wallet. I slick want to try this. I'm trying to stay. I'm not doing high leverage stuff anymore at all. Wow. Airdrop. Yada, yada, yada. 1001x. What is this? No one needs that. But I'm curious what that means. What? Leverage degen? A 1001x. How do you... So I put $1 in there and it's like $1,000? Get out of here. What is this? All I see is poor decisions and irresponsibility. Complete lack of responsibility. Complete lack of risk management. I just see people getting wrecked. 1001x? What is this? What? With no cross leverage? That's insane. Take profit 300%. What? 1001x. You're absolutely out of your effing mind, bro. And they have that available for Bitcoin and Ethereum. We may not have started the bear market yet, but you're going to know when the bear market hits. I'm going to tell you that much, because everybody and everything under the sun is getting wiped out, cleaned the F out, except for the people, the big names, whatever. People are getting wiped out because the stock market is already at record margin. The stock market. That means they're levered. I'm not going to say it. They're super levered, all right? They're super levered. So, things are going to come crashing. When things go crashing down, it's going to be a bad day. It's going to be a bad day. And so please protect yourself. Follow me. Follow Army Piper, for the love of God. Follow Army Piper in the Piper Academy. And be safe. Because it's going to be a wild ride. Even on spot, you need to have your invalidation levels to where you just get out. Just get out. If you're taking a loss, you take the loss and save your money, save your capital for the next position, for the next trade. Because the name of the game of trading and investing is not making money. It is protecting your capital. And that's it. So protect your capital, guys. Be safe. I hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep. And I will catch you all tomorrow. Now, let's do a Wave Riders anthem for the Wave Riders community. You guys. Love you guys. Mad love. God bless. Peace out. Have a great one. See you later. Sayonara. Adios. Bye.
Mod Queen, Mod Boss, hold the line. Alexandra, kick your G, power redefined. Melissa, one love, kindness in the storm. Jay Rizzle strikes, crypto artist born. Duality, see, not of this world. Alien truths in the waves unfurled. Jesus saves, blessings light the path. Heart throws the horns, thunder in the blast. Maybe a band-aid, rhythm breaks the cage. All set, grinding, ain't the charge with rage. Kelly the Caliphant stomps through the hate. Together we rise, together we shake. We wave riders, we ride or we fall. Wave riders, united we come through fire, through shadows we'll always remain. Ride on the wave, let it carry our name. In midnight echoes neon in the sky. Future in our veins, we were born to defy. Silent in the build, then the break comes loud. Wave riders forever, we stand unbowed. Legends on the quest never fade away. Crypto tide rising, we see